What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to Strangers Mindz. I'm Fernando, and today we're gonna go back to one of my favorite content creators, BizarreBub, with Scary Comp V100. It's been a while, bub. It's been a while. Let's get to it.
In the following video, a concerned mother is recording her daughter who just told her that a guy is inside her room.
What guy?
The guy.
The guy is at the door.
Guy.
Can we go together?
Yeah.
Do you want to open the door or you want mommy to open it?
I want mommy to open it.
Okay.
He's in there.
The guy?
Yeah. He's scary.
He's scary.
I'm scared.
It's okay.
No.
No one appears to be in this room, yet strangely, Jessica's daughter sees someone who she says is scary. Now, despite there being nothing alarming, there is something in this room that's worth noting. The playhouse in the center is a space where Jessica's daughter often plays in. Most of her time is spent playing or eating inside, which is why Jessica decided to renovate the playhouse to make her feel more at home.
For a house tour of Emma's playhouse. Then Emma, I'm going to show them the door, okay? She really wanted it to have a doorbell camera like our front door. So I put on...
From the color of the house to the same doorbell, every detail was inspired by the actual house they live in. However, only a few days after remodeling, something strange had occurred. On the night of January 3rd of 2025, the doorbell camera started to record. Now, this only happens when someone is at the door and near the doorbell, but upon being activated, the camera recorded this. Jessica was completely baffled as she wasn't expecting the door to open on its own. If it was just the doorbell going off by itself, then one can say that it was just a technical issue. But then, this happens. The door continues to swing open for just a bit, when suddenly, the hair on the mannequin is seen hanging in the air before abruptly falling down. There doesn't appear to be anything that could have caught the strand of hair, and the way it falls makes it seem like someone, or something, had loosened their grip on the strand. Now this whole situation gets creepier when considering that Jessica's daughter occasionally sees a guy in her room, but this guy is never seen. While no evidence of this man exists, there appears to be evidence of something else, and it's not the only evidence that Jessica has. One night, before heading out to a dinner party with friends, she gets a notification from the doorbell camera. Take a look.
I was just about to head out and
Oh, geez. I mean, that is a long video. It is very interesting to say the least. Everything seems to be authentic, which I really like, which I really enjoy. Um, as far as the hair hovering, you know, we have to go with what we're seeing, and the fact is that yeah, it looked like there was a couple of strands of hair being held up while everything was just hanging. But I always say that every time there's a child in a video, children are so innocent that and they're not actors. They can't act. They don't know how to do anything but that unless you're like, an inspiring actress, right? So I really like this video. I am curious to see if at the end of the video, at least they were able to tell us that they got some help or they're getting help, or you know uh what is the outcome of this.
I started getting a notification that the doorbell in my kids' room upstairs is going off.
If the video before didn't disturb Jessica, then surely this one did. It starts off again with the doorbell seemingly acting up, but unlike previously, someone or something is heard. Listening through the doorbell's microphone, Jessica and her babysitter hear a distorted noise mixed with someone speaking, but whoever is talking doesn't appear to be saying anything intelligible. In fact, it sounds like someone chanting or speaking a different language. It's hard to say honestly, but there's no denying that something about this is pretty unsettling. Whether it's the activity in the playhouse or the mentioning of a man who can't be seen, Jessica is thoroughly shaken up and concerned. The playhouse has been taken apart ever since then, but still, from time to time, Jessica's child says that she sees the guy.
What guy?
The guy.
If no one is there, then what exactly is her daughter being afraid of?
My thing is that they took away the house of the child, because of the instances. uh you know my question is, did you guys check the history of the house after experiencing paranormal activity? Was that house, I don't recall if it was bought or they bought from the store as brand new, or if they got it from a garage sale or something. It is known that the items can be haunted, and you know it it could be that, but if it's not, you just got rid of your child's house toy. you know, not knowing if it's just your house. I mean, and regardless of what, if this is if this activity occurs, quite often, then you need to look for help. And this is a very good way to do it, you guys. It wasn't about somebody walking around trying to record, every aspect of their lives. No, this is from a doorbell camera that was on a toy house. I really like it. I really like it. I hope these guys got help and the child is safe.
Now, the following video was submitted to me by Connor M., who was home alone when this happened. The house that Connor lives in is on a street where people's homes often get burglarized, but despite living in a dangerous neighborhood, nothing could have prepared him for what occurred in his house. Connor briefly describes the events of that night. In his own words, "I was alone. My daughter stayed over at my ex-wife's house, and my dog was outside. I'm still shaken up by this." It's late at night when Connor hears shuffling in the kitchen. This is his footage. Watch.
If anybody's here, I'm calling the cops. God damn it. No! No!
Somehow, a knife launches off and flies straight towards Connor. Thankfully missing him, the sharp blade lays close to his feet. But had he stood any closer, this video would have had a rather unfortunate outcome. From fearing that someone broke into his house to encountering this, Connor was immensely terrified. As he states, when it comes to things that can't be seen, there's no telling when the knife in your kitchen might fling itself at you with no apparent cause. Now that's creepy.
What's also creepy is how what seems to be like a boiler, looks like a boiler, is between your kitchen and bathroom, out in the open, most likely dining area. Anyhow, I'm very, what's the word I'm looking for? Vigilant. But anyway, that I actually like how the knife comes out in frame as it flies out. That was pretty cool. My thing until that happened was that, if there is if you're by yourself and you're hearing things going on within your apartment, you know, this is just me, but the last thing I'm gonna do is grab a camera. I'll grab my phone to call 911, but to start recording it, that doesn't make sense to me. Yes, I know we are living in an age of technology where stuff could hit the fan, and the first thing that people gravitates to is a camera to record. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I would grab that knife and walk around my house, and I wouldn't want video evidence. That's it.
On December 9th of 2023, a hospital surgeon is freaking out after seeing something that she couldn't believe. According to her, she was inside the operating room filming a video for her surgical students when she had to stop and leave immediately. As she states, something was watching her. Now, this video comes from a social account that doesn't post anything like this. All the videos on this page are purely educational and meant for students who want to become surgical technicians. But this video, however, was posted for anyone who could help explain this. Tiffany has no idea what was captured, but hopes that someone does. This is her footage. Watch.
At chromic catgut, the difference is, I'm so sorry, my brain. Okay, here we go, back. Okay. So here we have two different kinds of sutures, polypropylene monofilament and chromic catgut. The difference between these two is that this one is dissolvable and it's animal derived, and the sutures last anywhere from 60 to 90 days. I'm literally tearing up right now. I saw it.
You saw it?
Yeah, I saw it. Can you please just show yourself? Just give me a sign. Do whatever you want.
That's great.
What was meant to be a simple lesson on sutures had turned into something out of a nightmare. Tiffany writes that she had caught a glimpse of a figure standing at the window, which then quickly fled away to the other side of the hospital. It was brief, but terrifying enough to put Tiffany in a state of shock. She couldn't exactly tell what it was that she saw, but based on what others have reported seeing at this hospital, Tiffany thinks this may have been the so-called ghost of this place. Almost everyone there has either seen or heard something strange, and for some reason, it's the women's restroom that's by far the most haunted. For this reason, Tiffany hurries over to the spot, but nothing is seen. That is, until minutes later when this is captured. A door opens on its own, and eerily, a dark figure rushes past the automatic doors. But even more unsettling is the fact that it quickly moves from one side to the other. Its fleeting motion only makes it creepier. Now to this day, there's only 1 or 2 videos on this account that talks about this incident. Aside from those, not much has been said about this. But unfortunately, as with most videos, this one remains a mystery.
You see, I like the premise of this whole entire video. I mean, they weren't just recording just cuz. She was doing like a tutorial. I can't even say the word. Tutorial. Anyways, and she caught something. And uh her first initial reaction wasn't just to grab the camera. No, she kind of inspected and everything. Then she was like, you know what? Let me get this on film, grab the camera, and you saw the rest. Um, she did go into the room. There was nothing in there. And not for nothing, you guys, but I actually really like this video because I know there are just numerous, like 3 very, very most likely haunted places, and that is obviously cemeteries, churches, and hospitals. Those are the 3 most likely places to have paranormal activity. And yeah, I like how everything moved. Even if it was a person in there, the movement of that shadow was very very quick. It was very unhuman like, and I really enjoyed it. Let's keep on moving.
Now the source of this next video is unknown, as it was submitted to me by someone who only sent this clip. However, they do give some information. According to them, this clip originates from a city in Brazil where a man noticed a strange-looking person in the middle of a road. Whoever this person was didn't seem to be acting normal. In fact, this person wasn't doing anything, as they weren't moving at all. They were frozen in place, unbothered by anything around them. But after the man took a closer look, he quickly began to record. He was filming just in case no one would believe what he saw. A figure resembling a person is seen standing still. However, no head or chest is seen. Only the lower half of this body is visible. But as if more parts of this body couldn't disappear, the figure completely vanishes after a motorcyclist crosses its path. Now, there is nothing. It's as if the figure had hitched a ride with the motorcyclist after passing by.
That is
Now, whether or
exactly
not
how
this
it
was
looks.
supernatural remains a mystery. But as always, I'll let you be the judge on what was captured. Just what could possibly explain the partial figure that was caught on camera?
This is what I'm talking about. This is very good. Very good. And I'm going to explain why. The figure wasn't stationary. You could actually see that it was moving, right? You could tell, with the people on the motorbike, even if it was a low quality camera, you could still tell, the distinctive, of a person. This was a very shadowy, very. I do. I would assume that this isn't like a modern 4K camera, obviously, but you could still even tell when the motorbike came by, how it just kind of almost like gone, like gone with the wind, right? Like it was a very good catch. I've never seen this video before. I absolutely enjoyed it, loved it. It was very man, what's the word? It was, dare I say, a holy grail? Dare I say, was this the holy grail of a body apparition being caught and leave within frame? That's amazing. That's amazing.
On December 21st of 2024, a mother named Anisha posted a video that her son recorded while the whole family was asleep. The reason he recorded this video was to capture the elf on the shelf toy moving when no one was awake. He's 4 years old and believes that the elf actually comes alive and does all sorts of mischievous things around the house. Many young kids believe this, as it's become a trend for parents to mess up their house and tell their kids that the elf did it. However, Anisha's son really wanted to see the elf do its thing, so he places a camera directly across the elf toy and films it overnight. The next day, he checks the footage and sees something that scares the living daylights out of him. He immediately shows his mom, and she too gets freaked out by the footage. This is what they saw.
Blue chip, Mom. Can I pour some in my cup?
Wow, I got the only chills right there.
Thinking that her son actually recorded the elf moving, she watches closely, but what appears instead is something way more terrifying. Like a scene out of a horror movie, the silhouette of a child appears briefly on camera before disappearing in a flash. The child doesn't move, yet somehow disappears without moving an inch. But by far, the creepiest thing about this is the appearance of the child. Many have noted that they look extremely thin. Some have even gone as far as to say that it looks like a corpse. While this detail doesn't really help in figuring out who this was, it does make the figure creepier. Doubtless, Anisha believes that a child spirit was caught on camera, and like her son, she believes that they wanted to see the elf come alive. But just like the child, it doesn't move. To this day, this video continues to baffle Anisha. If you caught something creepy on camera, or if there's any ghost videos you'd like me to check out and include in the next compilation, you can send them over to scaryvideos444@gmail.com. That being said, let's get back to the video.
Man, that was really interesting. Really interesting. I've never seen something like it. And honestly, it was almost too perfect, right? It was almost too perfect. And thankfully, it was a video and not just a photo. Even though the figure wasn't moving, it was stationary. But there was just something about it that was so, due to it not moving, like everything was so good. Everything was so good. You could tell the neck, the arms, how it was arched, looking at the elf. I thought it was going to be something with the elf, and it was something looking at the elf. Whatever flash that was, like that flash was, like that entity was wanted to be seen, because that flash, wow. I like, where did that flash come from? Like, you see whatever disco light activity going on down the hallway, but that flash wasn't part of that. So it was like that flash gave us a peek of the other dimension of where souls go to when they are here on Earth. That was so interesting. I absolutely liked it. I absolutely liked it.
It's late at night when a man named Taylor immediately takes out his phone to record something in his girlfriend's house. He's by himself, and for the first time, he's hearing what his girlfriend often hears at night, but never records on camera. At this moment, the sound of someone walking back and forth is heard from upstairs. The thing is though, no one else is home except Taylor.
I
front camera is smashed, but I'm here at my girlfriend's house by myself. She always says it's haunted because it sounds like somebody is walking around upstairs. I've never heard it until now. I always say it's not haunted because the house is a little old. But it legit sounds like there's somebody upstairs. I will swing on a ghost, or if it's a person, I don't care. Who's up there? Oh my God, they're like at the top of the stairs. Come down these stairs and I will swing on you, I promise.
Eerily, the sound of charging footsteps is heard descending the staircase and heading towards Taylor. And as promised, he delivers. He lunges at whatever it was that was heading towards him. Although losing his balance upon doing so, he continues to record on the off chance that something else happens. Unfortunately, nothing does, but at least the sounds from earlier have stopped. Now, while most people tend to run away from paranormal occurrences, it is refreshing to see someone do something different. But as some believe, it might be best if he didn't confront the ghost in this house. Regardless, ghost or not, it is nice to see a different kind of reaction.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Also, if you haven't already done so, please subscribe and make sure to hit the bell icon so you don't miss any uploads in the future. Also, be sure to check out the official TikTok account for this channel.
All right, you guys. I mean, that was refreshing, seeing somebody be like, yeah, I'm gonna swing on you, I promise. And, you hear the charging, the phantom running. Jeez, I hate the phantom running. But you hear it running towards you. And you know what? I'm gonna have to react to like how people fight, right? Like if there's videos out there of people like fighting, and for some reason this guy just kind of feels like he's one of those fighters that he like the swinging type that it looks like if the person just has his eyes closed and they're just doing the windmill circular motion, because how are you gonna swing and you're gonna fall, my guy? I mean, I understand that you're swinging at air. You're swinging at air hoping that you'll be able to lay one on them. But not for nothing, but that's what happens when you are confrontational towards an entity. You do not know how the entity is going to react when it is being, challenged. That's the best way to put it, when it's being challenged. And we've seen this with the paranormal shows like Ghost Adventures, let's say, when provoking, provoking is a good way to get something on camera, but it's also a good way to catch one. Like, and you don't know what kind of reaction that entity is going to do. So I do not provoke. I do respect the dead. And the fact of the matter is, it was refreshing to see somebody take a swing at a ghost. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But hey man, you know what? I'm gonna put Bizarre Bub's information in the description section. And I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. And if you do, please hit that like, share, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. And I'll catch you guys on the next. Peace.